need that gray, that olive colored dress behind, because you know I've got the red one. I've got a red one, and I've got, oh shoot, there's so many. I've got
Your red one says Black Love, right?
which my red one, yes, it's the Black Love one. Show is, and I have the T-shirt. Remember when you did the protest thing, Black Lives Matter. Please stop killing us. You know, yeah. So your clothing line is not just about selling T-shirts. Your whole clothing line to me is an education on T-shirt. It's your clothing line to me keeps me connected to the realization of who I am. See, that's what your clothing line to me. It's not, it's not just ever a T-shirt. Without me opening my mouth, you speak for me. See, you know how mama, kids didn't like for their mama to take up for them in the community, because you just gonna go tell your mama.
They can tell me. I'll handle them with a shirt.
That's right. That's right. Oh, where you get that, my mama? This is what my mama's trying to let all y'all know. And that's how I feel when I'm wearing Back to My Roots clothing. I can wake up in a particular mood and I got a shirt, a Back to My Roots shirt. They're gonna tell you, you ain't gotta ask me how you feel today. What the shirt say?
Yeah.
That's how I feel today.
And that's why one of my favorite shirts that will probably always be my favorite shirt is Self-Love is the Best Love.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you can wake up and you are not feeling yourself. But just that reminder throughout the day. You get up, you put that shirt on, you look in the mirror, you read it, and then you look down sometimes and you read it, and somebody looks at you and tells you that they love your shirt, and it's just subtle reminders all day long to love on yourself.
Yeah. One of my other favorite ones for me, because I'm always into something, up something, doing something, don't know how to set in, is walk in your power.
Yes.
And you got all them different kinds of shoes on it.
Yeah.
Because there are even times for myself when I'm not, we all get weary. Right. We all get weary. I get weary about how to do a thing, why this, that, or other. But that shirt right there, when I feel like, whatever is pushing, coming at me, and it's trying to work on my self-esteem, baby, I put on walk in your power, and it's like for the whole day, you can't tell me nothing. If it's not to uplift me and help build me and contribute to the who that I think I am, you can't tell me nothing when I'm wearing walk in my power. I'm walking in my power today. Okay. So that's what your Roots of Love is giving to us, Mama.
Thank you.
And I know that I can vouch for a lot of people in the community. Your Roots of Love. Look, I gave my snapback, my hat, back to my roots. I gave that to my grandson in Dallas. And when he went off to the Air Force, for basic training, he said he got teased about that hat. Now, my grandson has, he's like a man of steel. When something is given to him out of love and because of love, he don't care what you're talking about. They were teasing him and talking about, that's your dad hat. Are you a dad? And then they start saying you look like a black Republican. Is that your black? Just all of that ridicule because the hat simply says back to my roots.
Mm-hmm.
And him being a black man, a young black man, and girl, he wore it anyway, still wears it. He's like, whatever, yeah, whatever. It's back to my roots, and say whatever you want. See, so you're even helping with other generations. Generational wealth is just not about finances, but you're creating a generational wealth of positivity for us to just love on ourselves just because we're black, brown, whatever we want to call ourselves. People give us shit now about you're not black. Yeah, that way. Yeah, ain't no such thing. Whatever. The power of us is what I want to thank you for. Being consistent in giving. And you're not done because you got some. I'm gonna read off these questions. The show has these 9 questions about a different approach to love, and we're gonna see how you approaching love these days.
Okay.
So now here's the questions, and you can answer as many as you want. What would be the first initial approach to begin interaction with the potential love interest? Friendship is number 1. Number 2 is surveying each other to see if chemistry is there. It's number 2. Number 3, do we try to avoid intimacy altogether until a decision is made to become a couple? Number 4, what are some different approaches that can be applied even in existing relationships? Number 5, how about love by the numbers and other metaphysical approaches like astrology and compatibility charts? Number 6, how do we determine when it's time to go to make it an official love relationship? Number 7, what level of maturity are we looking for in our potential love partner or partners? Number 8.
That one, let's go with that one.
You going with number 7?
Yes.
What level of maturity are we looking for in our potential love partner or partners? Come on, talk to us about it.
Okay. I'm 40 years old. And for a long time, I used to say, I'm not dating anybody 5 years younger than me. If they're under 5 years younger than me, they're too young, they're too immature, they're not ready, blah, blah, blah. So, actually in January, I decided that I was going to open up my heart to love, and hopefully somebody will come in and do their thing.
Right.
Since then, it seems like all of the guys that are approaching me are under 35.
God, our ancestors, they got a sense of humor, don't they?
Yes. So, the guys that I have dated have all been under 35. And I have noticed, I'll be honest, some of them are still immature.
Yes.
So it's like, well, that wasn't the one. But then I ran across a couple that are very mature, even more so mature to where I'm like, it's good, but it's odd because you would think at the age that they're at, their maturity level would be a little lower. So it's very what word do you call it? Refreshing.
Is it refreshing? Now you ain't turning into they call us a cougar.
A cougar? Oh no. I actually went on a date yesterday, and the guy, I know he just tried to play a cougar move on me and say that he left his wallet. I said, well, looks like we won't be getting anything. And typically, I'm a giver, but at the same time, I ain't no fool. So yeah, I mean, it's challenging, but I believe in the end it'll be worth it. I have a couple of potentials right now, and I'm just going with it and see how it goes.
So maturity is the thing. It's not the number. And I think God and the ancestors are making you reevaluate.
They are. They definitely are. Even with my what I call, he's my what do you call, lost for words, the type of guy that I like.
Mm-hmm.
I've always went for tall, dark skin,
Mm-hmm.
skinny gentlemen.
Uh-huh.
And here lately, the guys that I have been interested in look nothing like that at all. And I'm like, okay, God, I hear you. I see you. Get stepping out of the box. Because typically, if someone that wasn't my type would come along, I wouldn't even entertain them at all because I'm so used to this particular person, this kind of person, this, and that. But once I opened up, I've ran into some different people. Not all have been good, but some have been. And I'm just kind of enjoying it and looking for
Yeah,
somebody
yeah,
enough to love me right.
yeah. I tease people quite a bit about, oh, in that crystal ball, you've been foretold, your coming has been foretold for a long time. Tall, dark, handsome. Yeah, look here. Everybody ain't tall, everybody ain't dark that we looking for. There and some of them sometimes ain't. We have to even change up what we call. What are you talking about? Handsome. What constitutes
Handsome, right?
attractiveness? Um, because there are some. I mean, Mama, what do you think? What are we gonna have to do about? Because when there are some that are just ugly. I mean, you know, where they don't look like, but they have this heart of gold. I mean, they have every other quality except for the way they look.
I have to be able to look at you and not be like, "Ooh, you ugly." I mean, I know everybody is not gonna be a Morris Chestnut, or but at the same time, I want to be able to look at you and be like, he's good to me, and not look at him and be like, he's good to me, but he's so ugly.
Wait a minute, Mom. I don't want to turn over, roll over, and you roll over, and you and I go, oh.
What is that? I mean, who is that?
Be like, oh, baby. But anyway, yeah, we have to work on if they look good, if they sound good, because we're dealing with genetics when we start. Even the imprint of energy, even in a hug, they leave behind traces of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you remember Ray Charles? He could tell about his by feeling on their wrist. So other senses have to kick in. So maturity is what do you mean when you say maturity? What does that look like with you? Maturity in a man.
At this point in my life, you gotta have a job or entrepreneur. You gotta be doing something with yourself on a consistent basis. I've ran across some that either have a job and don't have a car or a house, or they have a house and they don't have a job or a car. They have a house and a car but no job. It's just, I need everything to be lined up because I know what I have to offer.
Right.
And I used to always want to be able to, in a relationship, let me help you, help you. But I'm to the point in my life where it needs to be reciprocated. It's not just a me give. Of course, I don't have everything, but I'm in a position to where if you're not, I do not want to sound like this, but if you're not at least on my level, I'm really not interested because for so long, I've built men up
Mhm.
that it's time for me to be able to love the man and not just be able to build him up. We can build and grow together, but I don't want to take so much time trying to build you up that I'm pulling myself down.
Mhm. Yeah. Sharita made a statement yesterday during her interview that she don't want to have to uh, heal you, give you so much love, something like that. I'm paraphrasing poetic greatness, okay? Um, and then have to turn around and go heal herself
Yeah,
after
yeah.
dealing with you.
I can't do that no more. And I was a target for that, like a magnet. Like I was constantly, let me love on him. Let me show him what love is like. Let me do this for him. Let me show, let me show, let me show. But at the same time, I'm depleting myself from the same thing that I'm pouring into somebody else. And that just don't work like that.
Yeah, yeah. That I got so much love to give. I've got so much love to give because I love myself.
Right.
Uh, Yet we still want some reciprocity. And I think people misconstrue the whole idea with giving and taking, with giving and receiving. When we talk about reciprocity, it's giving and receiving and giving. Not this, I'm gonna give or I'm helping you and you take it. And then you don't replenish.
Right.
See, you don't replenish, and that's, it becomes draining. And um that's what we got to get away from, is depleting ourselves. When, you know my brother-in-law, God rest his soul, Jervon Thomas, who was a lawyer, he was an enabler. He says, I will help to enable you so that you can do what you're supposed to do. But then after I take you to a certain point, and it's like teaching a child how to ride a bicycle.
Gotta go on your own.
Once you got it, you got it. I'm gone. I done gave you what you needed, and you need to take it from there. So we know, brothers in here in Oklahoma City and around the world, when I post this on YouTube, y'all gonna have to come at mama with some maturity. She done gave you your clue. Check yourself. Check your maturity level. Mama, do you love to read books? And I mean, what they got to come with to entertain you, to keep your interest?
I really love the outdoors.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I really, really love the outdoors. I need an assistant, so he would be a great assistant as far as my business goes.
So he need to have some business sense.
Yeah, no, really, that whoever comes along just needs to be reminded that um, my brand is one of my top 5 priorities.
Yeah.
My my other 4 are my 3 sons, and my grandson.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not willing
Mm-hmm.
to be a part of that, as far as uh, understanding where my time goes,
Mm-hmm.
then you're not a good candidate.
And there you have it. You know what you need, and you know how you gonna get to the curb, to the curb. Mama pull over easy and
I
let you
will.
out.
I did this morning. I pulled over real easy and let him out. I had a conversation with you about the date, and I just let him know. I said I don't feel that we had a connection. My apologies, but I don't want to continue.
Yeah,
So
yeah. And we need to be straight to the point from, with people. Let them know right away, so that you
mhm,
don't invest no more time, no more effort, no more energy.
mhm.
And did you offer him friendship and said, well, at least we could still be friends?
Nah, sometimes the friendship's not even worth it. I
Yeah.
mean, it's really not. I didn't know him at all. It was
Right.
really a first time situation. So, I mean, sometimes you just move on. It wasn't what I wanted it to be. I don't know if it was for him, but it wasn't for me.
Mhm.
So he has to accept that, and we both move on.
All right. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, everybody that is going to view this. Roots of love, the roots of love, back to my roots. My tap root. That's my tap root right there. Mama. Now, you know, before we get off the show, you have to say, be different and love it. Come on.
Be different and love it.
And I'm coming to see you when we get off of here, and I got my bag full of pinwheels. And me and my pinwheels getting ready to come see you, and you're gonna get to pick out which pinwheel you want, because everybody knows when I end my show, I send out that pinwheel love.
Oh.
It's all about the motion, baby, not about the notion of love.
Yes.
Okay. And we want to keep it positive up in here. So I want to thank everybody who was able to join. Those of you who are going to view this, share, and subscribe to the Debra Show YouTube channel. Get ready to listen to the podcast I've had with us today. Our mama, our matriarch, our everything. She's our everything. Don't come down here trying to get it twisted. She our everything. Mama, and tell them how not to say your name.
There's no I in my name. My name is LeKeytha.
It's not LeKeytha.
Thank you so much for having me. I really, really do appreciate it.
And you know the love is returning. I'm getting ready to come see you. Ladies and gentlemen, we out.
Peace.
Peace.